Welcome back, everybody, to Unconditional Surrender, me, myself, and I playthrough of the main event scenario. We're going to be going into Russian operations phase for January of 1944. The weather is severe over here, so there's airplanes don't count, no bonuses for tanks. It's just straight up assaults. You're going to see 2 or 3, maybe as many as 5, like +2 to +2s because of where they sit in terrain and stuff. So the first one I'm going to do costs me 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to put this over here for now. So that's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to go after the Nor. There is no combat commitment, so the guards is the primary, so he's +1 because he's elite. And then he gets +1 for each of his buddies, so he's +3. -1 for the terrain. So I'm a +2, and the Germans, just because they're Germans, are +2, and we have our die rolls. So like I said, this is going to be some fast attacks here. So the Russians roll 6 + 2 is an 8, halved to a 4. They have a 4. The Germans roll a 3 + 2 is a 5, halved to 2.5, rounds up to a 3, right? 3 + 2 is 5, halved to 2.5, rounds up to a 3. 4 to a 3 is a diamond. So it didn't work. You need some extreme die rolls. The Germans have to roll like a 1 for a lot of this stuff to work. I'm not even going to bother to attack that. That's horrible. It'd be -2 from wherever I attack it. That's just, oh my god. That's like the redoubt in Russia of the Germans. It's not going to be pushed. I think we're going to go ahead and try it here, though. Let's activate this. So that's 2, 4, 5. Which puts us down to 29. We want to save at least like 17. Anything to build? Yeah, because I have this armored unit to flip, and then 15 for my airplanes. So I want to stop when I have at least 17. So I got a few more. Same thing here. The guards infantry is the primary. He's an elite, so he's +1. +1 for each of his buddies. Puts him up to +3, -1 for the force. So it's +2 to +2. And we have our die rolls. And the Russians roll. A 6 + 2 is a 8, halved to a 4. Again. The Germans roll. A 2 + 2 is a 4, halved to a 2. 4 to a 2 is what you need in the net results for the Russians to be able to get a push. So they actually make him retreat the hex. Yay! And he'll just go ahead and take it. For no other reason than now I'm threatening to maybe do something next turn. Who knows? It's one of these you just gotta push while you can push. All right, here we're going to do something a little different. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Those 2. And then they're going to attack at... the Shock is the primary. He's an elite, so he's +1. +1 for a buddy is +2. So it's +2 to +2. Again, if we get a retreat, he doesn't have a retreat route, so he would flip. So that's what we're trying to do here. Why would be +1 at +0? Maybe I want to attack with a 3rd unit to try and... because that'd be +3 to +2. And the next guy would be +1 to 0. Yeah, we're going to attack with this one too. There's 2 more. So now we're assaulting the 1st. So again, it doesn't matter. The guards can be the primary. The Shock is the primary. The elite's a primary, and then he adds in 2 buddies. So he's +3. There is no terrain bonus for the Germans. So they're only +2. So the Russians roll. 3 + 3 is a 6, halved to a 3. And the worst the Germans can get is a 2. Because if they roll 1, they add 2. That's 3, halved to 1.5, rounds up to a 2. So the worst the Germans can get is a 2, and a 3 to 2 is always a miss. So that was a miss. And I won't bother to do the other attack with this guard's army here. 23, 24. So I have like 7 more points to play with. Do we want to try and do this again with a +2 to +2 and push him at Odessa? Or do we want to do a +2 to +2? I can get a +2 to +3 here. So let's activate this guy. That's 2, 4, 6. So 2, 4, 6. That puts me down to 18. Yeah, that's a good place. That's a good one to try and push. So the armored unit is only +2 because he's German, but he doesn't get any other bonuses. And then I have an elite leading with +1 for each buddy because it's severe. We don't get any bonuses. So it's +3 to +2. So again, we're trying to get a retreat here. Russians roll a 3. +3 is a 6. The worst Germans can get is a 2. So that's not going to happen. This guy will hold. First Panzer holds. I'm down to 18 points. I could move another infantry around. Why? I don't know. I really don't see a good move for an infantry. It's not like I need to fill in anywhere in the line. Most of my infantry is just in the fracking way right now. Gee, I could attack at -1 to 0. I could possibly make a Finland guy retreat a hex. Should we do that just for kicks? Yeah, we're going to do that up here. The 21st, I have the point to spend. Let's do something stupid. Alright, so he starts off at 0 because he's a Russian. And then it's -1 for attacking rough terrain. So he's a -1. And then he's attacking a garrison Finn. So Finns start off at 0 and then -2 for a garrison. So it's -1 to -2. Let's see if I can make him move a hex. It's just hilarious. To me, it's hilarious. It's like, what are you doing with this point? I don't know what to do with it. I'm just going to attack in northern Finland and see what happens. So the Russians at -1. Well, 4. -1 is a 3. And then have it. So it's a 1.5 rounds up to a 2. So it's not going to work. And then the Finns roll a 2, -2 to 0, so on. So nothing happened. It just, who knows? If I'd have rolled a 6-1 split there, it'd have been hilarious. The Finns go running off into Never Never Land because of big bad Russians in the winter. Not likely to happen. Okay. That then is my Russian operations. Everything is in supply for the Russians because they're all sitting right on their rail lines or dang close to them. So, no adventures. The Russians are done. And we still have most of the time left to end up doing the end of turn stuff, so we're just going to keep right on going. Operations is over for the Soviets. No supply. Nobody has a no supply marker on them, so we don't have to do that. Replacements for the Axis. Yeah, boy, howdy, they got them all over the place, don't they? They do have their airplanes, so I'd like to do those, but they've got 24. How many units do I have? Let's just do the units first, and we'll see how many airplanes I can get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts me down to 19. Wow. And then there's one up here somewhere. Right. Puts me down to 18. Don't think I have any more infantry flipped. I'm going to scan around the board real quick. Man, that's a huge attack by the 8th Army in January 1944. Wow. I think in the future, as the German, I have to spend a couple of infantry units and make a fight of it in North Africa to try and slow the British and Americans down so that they aren't conquering Italy in the beginning of the summer of 43, but more like, invading Sicily at that point and make them run a closer game. I think I gave in too easy in the Middle East and Northern Africa. But I was so engrossed in the East that I wasn't really paying attention. I think I'm going to pay the price in southern Germany here. I'm going to have to start stripping away units to garrison there. Slow the British down. Yeah, I think that's it. What's on the faction track? I do have a garrison unit that I should probably build. But I really want to bring up my airplanes, so I'm going to have to put it off, because I'm right at 18, right? I'm right at 18. And if I go 3, 6, 9, and then 12, 15, 18. Yeah, I'm going to spend them all that way. 18. The airplanes are all in pretty good shape now. I'm in a place where it's not going to be fair weather as far as going, him coming up here. It's going to be assaults, one attack at a time. The only thing I got to do is I got to get this nitwit out of Trieste. So I can't hold that port anymore because I can't stay in supply. When Venice falls, Trieste falls. So that's the Germans. Americans. Western replacements phase. So the Americans just go around getting 2 sorties back everywhere. Their airplane comes down to... I think this is their convoy, comes down to... Trying to make sure I know whose planes are where. There's American planes up here, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. This comes down to... This one comes... Oh, nope, wrong one. This one comes down to... Is that British fleet? That's British fleet. That's British fleet. And that's an American. So I can just go over there. Right? Okay. Yeah. I've already done that one. So that's the Americans' replenishment phase. Did get the ones in. Yes. Just making sure I did my Americans everywhere. No, the British have to pay for stuff. Theirs is no fun. They actually have to do math. Definitely want this back. So that's 4. Leaves me with 22. If I go 3, 6, 9, 9 and 6 is 15. Right? So it's down to 7. And he just wants to do that for sure. So that's 3 more. So he's got 4 left. So what the heck? Let's do this one. Clear out home fleet for now. Yeah, things are looking pretty good here for the British and the Americans. West is looking good. And then we go over to the Russian one. Hello? Russian replacements. Run to Russia. Up in the north is my armored unit. Let's flip him. So that's 2. And then I have 5 airplanes. That's 15. So I just have to go find the Russian airplanes now. Where are they? So this one comes down to. 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 Where's the fifth one? There he is. This one comes down to. So we're catching up to the Germans. Hopefully we're going to pass them in their sortie. In the sortie bid, and the Germans are just going to have to withdraw. Get on shorter lines where their airplanes can cover more. So for the Germans, I'm trying to hold off on the withdrawal for as long as possible just because it's such a... I don't know, I have such a good defensive spot. But right now I'm kind of threatened a little bit. Don't know if I can hold this line for one more turn. Depends on the weather, I guess, next turn. There's replacements for the Soviets. Upgrades. As far as I know, nobody has any upgrades. Nope. No upgrades, so let's go to mobilization. The Axis spent all their points. They can't. The West, the Americans have no spending limits. So this comes in. And then we bring up the... put this down here because I'm going to pop up the turn track. Excuse me. And the Americans build this 4 turns. 1, 2, 3, 4. Comes in May. That is just so annoying, isn't it? Americans can just, look, something to build. Put it on the board. Yep. That is mobilization for the West. There's none for the Soviets. Nobody's talking. We're all fighting. They haven't conquered Germany yet, so the game's not over. And we go to end of turn phase, and we get stuff. The Germans get back some stuff. They get another submarine, so now they can definitely use it to try and hang on to their production. And everything that comes in February belongs to the West. Everything belongs to the West. You got 2 tanks markers. You got an Ultra. We got our free forces. We got a mobilization of an American armored unit to happen soon, like at the end of this turn. And we got the mulberry. And you know what I forgot to roll? I do believe, even though I'm going to put this to February, I'm going to leave this as January because I have to count from January. I do believe that I forgot to roll, I most certainly did. I forgot to roll the partisan for the Western Allies. So, this is the roll for the partisan marker for the Western Allies. 5 turns. Serves me right for not rolling it when I should have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it comes back in June. Along with my other Ultra marker, I think. Yeah. And when we get Lend-Lease, we'll get another partisan in Ultra. But we'll get a surprise attack marker in May. We get a surprise attack marker in April. Get a surprise attack marker in March. So the West will have 3 of them going into the full summer turns of 1944. Which is usually what they have. The difference is they're already on the continent. Okay, so that's the end of January 1944. Set that to there. Set these things to there. Just get everything in a right place for saving. And, okay, that was January 1944, the Me, Myself, and I playthrough of the main event scenario. I'm Dren608. If you like my videos, please subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. I will answer comments when I get to seeing them. Real life gets in the way sometimes of me realizing that you've left a comment. And we will return with February 1944 in the next episode. Bye-bye.